trying to see. I just woke up and I'm like, wow. I said to just look at this view, and I'm like, this is a beautiful view. Oh. Wait, let me open the window. And I'm actually on the 10th floor. Like, where's this? This is yeah, that's Central Bank, right? And that's Bank of Agriculture there. Interesting. It's another beautiful morning. So this still has a car park. Let me zoom in a bit. Yeah. So I'm actually at the annex of the hotel. Interesting. So, how is the morning of your going? Is it going like mine? Yeah. So quickly, something happened last night. So when I arrived, I checked in. I was like, okay, quickly, let me just catch up with a friend, a mentor. Let's just have dinner and chat. So I think when I was done there, yeah, someone offered me after eating. I was like, but I was like, okay, I was just curious. It takes this wine, and I was like, oh, how does it taste? I don't take alcohol. Actually, I have a very light brain. I manage in my head. In fact, I'm very selective when it comes to body spray, deodorant, perfumes, all that. So the alcohol content is very high. I can't deal with it. So when he asked me, and I was just curious, I just asked that question, and like, no, not at all. And I didn't take. I just took my pineapple juice. I came back. So when I go to the hotel, and then I was checking out, I carried the card, but I left the jacket in the room. So apparently I wanted to drop it at the reception, but the person was like, since you didn't come out to the key, just the card, you can go with it. So I came in, and I forgot that I was supposed to be on the 10th floor. So and I went to the 9th floor, and I was trying to check into the wrong room, and I was furious. So the telecom sideways that you can call for emergency. I had to call the reception desk. What's happening? I can't check into this room. What's happening? I just left a few hours ago, and I came back, and they were like, oh, okay, just bring the card downstairs, let's fix it. And they were like, oh, it's active now. Apparently I just felt I was in the 9th floor instead of the 10th floor, right? So I climbed up again, and I went back again to that same room, and I was like, oh, I was so right. I called them. They were like, anything, just call back again. I called, and they were like, are you sure you're in your room 9th floor? But that's when they now checked, and I was like, no, you're not supposed to be on the 9th floor. You should be on the 10th floor. And I was like, are you kidding me? My things are in this room. This is where I left it. So I had to go down again, and I was like, and I was furious, but I just had to maintain some steeze, and I didn't want to talk. So these days when I'm angry, I don't utter a word. You just see the anger in my eyes. So I now dropped the card on the reception, and they were trying to sort it. They're like, how come? I was like, okay, ask the guy that led me to my room. He checked me in, dropped my bags in the wardrobe, took my hand luggage, turned on the AC, the TV and whatever, and set it and all that. So I'm in the wrong room. So we almost went to start arguing. Then I saw an old school friend of mine, like an alumni of Accra Business School. Yeah, I was like, the face was so familiar. And I went, we hugged. I was like, God, it's been long. Yeah, it's been long, but do you know the funny thing? I really couldn't even place his name exactly. And I was like, so after we greeted and all that was when I now told him that. And I was like, okay, sorry. what's your name again? I think I forgot your name, but I know you very well, and we're close friends. So like, as if you're and your poor memory. Yeah, I'm the shy type, so most times when I meet people, if I don't have an intensive conversation and relationship with you, after a while I forget. Yeah, I have partial amnesia. That's true. And yeah, I think it's another sign of people who are very intelligent. So my brain tries to process new things that are more relevant, and it tries to trash things that are not so relevant somewhere, right? So, and I was now so happy. I was gisting. Apparently, this is one of my classmates when I did my MBA in Accra Business School. I was 20 MMBA, right? 2019, yeah. And I came back, Kelvin Ebuka. So like, oh, Kelvin, blah, 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 blah. So we were catching up, and I was so happy. So I'd even forgotten all the anger that was in me about the card, and they were just watching until we now talked again. I was like, are you still on the platform? I was like, I don't think I'm on the platform, because by the time I switched my WhatsApp lines and all that, and I don't think I'm still. It was like, you are there. Recently, I tried to check you to engage you because I saw your post on Facebook, and I wanted to get your contact from there. Though I tried, and I couldn't reach it. So I was like, oh, the hotel I lodged in Lagos, when I went, the network was completely bad. In fact, even their own Wi-Fi, I didn't even know what was wrong there. I don't know. It looks like there was a weapon fashioned against their business for that weekend, because the following day, I noticed that so many people that lodged in that particular hotel around Sheraton and Ikeja were students of Rome Business School. They all came into town for the graduation. So, and then we passed, and he went up that they came for a program and they are done, and he's leaving he's checking out the following morning. Yeah. So I now went back to the guys at the reception. So they now looked at me, they were all smiling. They were like, madam, what do we do now? And I was like, hey, what do we do now? Let's sort this thing out. They're like, okay, but your room is blah, blah, blah. Is on the 10th floor. They're like, are you kidding me? My room is on the 9th floor. I said it jokingly. I said, okay, let the guy take. The guy now said, okay, let's just go to the 10th floor, where I thought I checked you in, and if your things are not there, then we know how to sort it out, because this card is only active for that room. That other room is put it there. So he now followed me. We went to the elevator fine, and we went to the 10th floor this time around. And we walked towards the room, exactly the same angle where the other one was on the 9th floor. And yeah, and the card worked. I'm like, wow. I was like, oh, so damn it. I felt like, are you serious? Are you sure this guy's on the magic hands? Boom! When we came inside the room, look at my things, the tea I drank, I left, my laptop. I was so ashamed. And the only thing I told the guy was like, I went out to meet someone, and the person offered me alcohol. Do I don't take alcohol? If I had tried it, even if it was just a sip, I would have blamed it on it. That, I mean, probably maybe I was already tipsy. That's why. Because what the heck? Imagine the stress I put myself through. So I think it's just confusion. So, and if I thought it was still the time that COVID, I was like, oh, I see maybe the sign of symptoms of COVID, because that was the first symptom of COVID. Confusion, you have that sore throat, then the fever starts coming, and even when you treat the flu, it's persistent. Yeah, I think, I was a victim of COVID then. I was still in Abuja when COVID started, so apparently my friend got it, and I didn't know early enough, and I was taking care of her, and I also got it from her. Yeah, and then I was still working with a company that will sell what do you call them? What they categorize those things? They are like home care. We sell home care, we sell food, so they are necessary items. The name they call them, I've forgotten. So even when everybody was at home, we had to be on the field to sell, because regardless of COVID, people had to eat, people had to use toiletries, whatever, every day. So I was on the field all through COVID. So you can imagine. But yes, we had to wear nets, and yes, the company was sending people to come and test us and provide us with, all those stuff. But then None of those things. So I was like, are you serious? What really happened? How come I was checked into the 10th floor and I kept thinking I was checked into the 9th floor? Gracious God, if I had tested that alcohol for the first time, I would have blamed it on it. But you see, I think I was just confused, or maybe somehow I didn't really get the number. Well, maybe I wasn't watching because I was too tired when I arrived last night. I was so tired, and there were so many people in the hotel. All these ECOWAS, WHO, democracy, they're all doing programs, and it took like almost 40 minutes for them to actually verify the reservation for me, because I also came for a program. Yes, it's a reservation, and I was already even tired and exhausted. Maybe I wasn't really taking it. So, where are you watching from? Comment. Let me see. This is my first. Okay, and the second time I'm going live, and how does it even look? And I've never really had a purposeful live before. I just came on live, play the music, and I disappear. So today I'm telling a story. I'm trying to see how I can adjust the curtain. So pardon me if it's not clear, but let me adjust the curtain first so you can see a bit. Yes. So let me turn my camera and see the people that are online. Okay, I can see everyone that's watching. Interesting. Oh. Okay. Yeah. So you can ask any question if you have. So what do you think about my story? What do you think really happens to me? Just drop your comments. What do you think happened? So I really couldn't sleep very much in the night because I had lots of work. So I slept past once. I kept thinking, what really happened last night? How did I even mess myself up? As in, was it just confusion, or is it stress? Maybe I'm too stressed. Like, in fact, the stress of even having to come down and go, because I'm at the annex. Come down, stroll down to the reception, all back. It takes like 3 to 5 minutes, right? Yeah, everything all together, and I went up through that, and so you can ask your questions. Let's see. Any question you have for me, just ask. Yeah, you can ask your question. You can drop your comment. What do you think? Has anyone had a similar scenario like mine, where you were so confused, or maybe you thought someone was responsible for your mishap, not knowing that you just put yourself in that situation? I'm just 34. Yeah, I'm clocking 34 on the 29th of November. So it's not even old age, and it's not hormones. And yeah, I think it's stress. I'm just so stressed. I think I need a break, but oops, who takes a break in Tinubu era? Gracious God. I can't even think of taking a break. Okay, someone say you were probably just tired. You actually owe the hotel and that. But seriously, I already made up my mind that this morning, when I'm going for the plenary session before breakfast, I would tender an unreserved apology to the guys. There were 3 of them, 2 ladies and a guy. Yeah. And I think someone joined them for the night shift. But the thing is that just one guy that joined them for the night shift. It's very possible I don't meet those other guys this morning. But if they resume their shift at noon, I'll definitely have to tender it to the right person, not people on the night shift. Yes, so thank you for that. That's a great opinion. Oh, okay, so maybe probably my generation, we are getting old quickly these days. I think I was just too tired, and I had just so much on my mind. I was so in a haste to get to my room, take a shower, and get on my laptop and start doing the work. And unfortunately, the confusion was so much. I was so embarrassed myself, but life happens. That's one of those things, right? And what actually even amused me was the way when I was angry and my face was so hard, my eyes were sparkling fire. I was not saying much when I got to the reception desk, and in between that, I switched emotions so quickly when I saw an old friend, an old classmate of mine. So those people, they'll be wondering what kind of human being is this? Yeah, that's humans. We have so much power in us that some of us don't even know. Like, that's why some women can actually be in very abusive marriage. Some men are in abusive marriage and they can pretend for years. Like, just because you can just switch your emotions instantly. So you imagine, yeah, in this moment you are so angry, and in the next moment you can pretend that you are happy. And yes, I was so happy because it's been long I saw Kelvin, and I think we were seatmates for like 2 days in school, right? Kelvin and Ebuka. Yeah, we all okay, yeah, we all flew in back. No, when we were going to Accra, I think, yeah, we left from Abuja, but when I was coming back from Accra after the program, I stopped at Lagos. Yeah, and I came by road to Abuja. Yeah, I think that was me and him again because he stopped at Lagos too. I'm even forgotten. But yeah, it's someone that, yeah, had a good memory experience. And yeah, because he's an Igbo guy, so we spoke Igbo most of the time. Some of the people that Igbo we clicked. So I was so happy seeing, like, I've not seen sight my eyes on him since 2019. So, but then, so if you have any questions, you can ask. I'm open to answering your questions, whatever it is, personal questions, business. You can ask anything. Even if I'm off the live, I'll still come back to respond to them later. So I woke up this morning and yeah, I'm so happy. I just said, let me just open the window, and I saw the view and I was like, wow, this is interesting. It's a beautiful view, and the early sun rays, which of course they say gives vitamin D, but I think I take a lot of sun. I take a lot of sunlight being a field person, right? So it's interesting. I was really tired. Someone is talking about the view. Maybe your lucky number is number 9. I don't even know what lucky numbers are, but probably number 9. I don't know. But my birth date is 29/11, so I don't know, but maybe I'll check that out. Let's see. I think I was just too tired, right? And did I even tell you guys? Yeah, something happened. So while I was in the lift coming upstairs, right, for the first time, so I joined somebody. I hurried in. The person was already in there, and I hurried in and he held it, and I came in. So, and we were going, and he was dressed casually. So I thought probably maybe he's one of the staff, but he was not on uniform, so he was trying to hold a conversation with me, and he stopped. He stopped at the second floor or so, and because I was not even looking, I was like, oh, okay, am I coming now? Because he had to ask me where I was when I said, oh, 9th floor, and he pressed the button on my behalf, right? And I was like, oh, okay, are we here? I'm like, no, you are going to 9th floor. I am on the second floor. I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. So I had to wait. And so in between the period when I was trying out my card on the door and it wasn't going, I saw the guy, was sluggardly coming, and just because I was a bit frustrated, I really want to get in there and move my stiletto, see where high. And the guy was like, I'm trying to see my room, and he's something was like, okay. So let me just go down and check it out. So we had to use the lift again together. So it was not like, oh, okay, are you here? So yes, I'm here for a program of lodging. So like, oh, okay, he too is lodging. I was like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, he just came out of his room to take a walk that he's bored, right? Like, okay, that's fine. I took my name to the connection because I was not even happy. I didn't even have energy for that gender at all. So, so, and I think he stepped out again at that his level. Is it level 2 or what? Something like that. So I was going out. He told me his name. I was like, okay, what is your room number? I was like, shit. Aradiponia. Me, that I'm not even, I don't even know which room I don't even know, like, asking me room number. So, but you already know the level I was, but I'm very sure it's going, because it actually came close to where I was trying to try out the key. So I'm very sure he's going to come back later to knock on that door to look for me, thinking that is this going to meet this pretty damsel in that same um room on the 9th floor, not knowing to that I was the foolish one. I was on the 10th floor, not 9th floor. So Lucky ran out of him. He ran out of Lucky, right? Rather. So I thought, of course, if he's Lucky and he jams me again today, which of course I doubt, because after breakfast we'll be in the plenary session till probably 5-6 p.m. discussing policy on rice development. It's supposed to be an inaugural stakeholders inaugural meeting on what to do about rice, because it looks like rice is becoming so dear. Yeah, rice is actually one of the most popular grain in the world after oats and barley. Yeah, before wheat, or is it with wheat? I think rice is more popular than wheat, or wheat. I should check that out again. Yeah. I think if you have to say 5 most popular grain, we call rice, oat, barley, wheat, and I think, is it maize? Yeah, maize. 5 of them are the most popular, but when we come to talk about number 3, rice is there. And now rice is becoming so dear. It's so scarce. And trust me, guys, next year rice is going to be more expensive than this, because there was flood this year and so many farmers lost their paddy, and here we are, the economy, inflation is just there, and nothing is happening. But then we will survive. We are Africans, we are strong. Nigerians, we are resilient. By the end of the day, we just hope it gets better. So I'll be leaving you guys now. Let me go and prepare, go for breakfast, and move to the plenary. So thank you all for joining my live today and having this little conversation with me. I thought I was going to call my mom and speak with my daughter before she heads out to school, but when I just opened the window and I saw the video, I was like, this is interesting. So I'll catch up on her later. If I didn't talk to her, she would even be taxing me. When are you coming back? Bring chicken, bring this one, bring that one. Like, this generation, of course, it's my daughter, my responsibility. Yeah, the father too does this. Yeah, at least, even if I didn't make the right choice and it didn't work out, at least I can still say I chose the responsible father for my daughter. So I'm going to leave you guys now. If you still have any comments, if you have questions, whatever, just drop them in my comment section. Thank you. Love you all. Bye.